In fact, it's fair to say that by the 1770s, before 1775 in Lexington and Concord, Benedict Arnold was a thoroughgoing advocate of American rights opposed to perceived arbitrary power on the part of the British Parliament and ultimately George III. For instance, he was on a trading mission to the West Indies in 1770 at the time of the so-called Boston Massacre. And when he heard about this, he wrote an amazing letter to this effect: "Good God, are my countrymen all, let me put it this way, a bunch of wimps that they won't stand up to the British? What's the matter with them? They have to stand up to this kind of tyranny." In this case, where British soldiers being provoked shot into an American crowd in Boston. Those weren't compromising words. By 1774, Benedict Arnold had decided to help organize, because of all the building agitation in reaction to various British policies, he decided to organize his own militia company in New Haven, which in early 1775 was recognized by the Connecticut government as the Second Company of Foot Guards. He will organize this company. He will recruit the individuals into the company. He will pay for the uniforms that those individuals will wear. And he will then be, hardly surprisingly, elected as their captain. And this company is ready to go and fight the British, just waiting for that opportunity once we've had the shootout at Lexington and Concord on the 19th of April of 1775. The word reached New Haven about Lexington and Concord about 3 days later. Arnold will quickly activate his company, and he will then order that company, and those individuals making up the company, a few, by the way, Yale students were included in his company. They will march off to help entrap the British forces in Boston. But before they marched off, they needed something. They needed weapons. They didn't really have a lot of muskets and other kind of weapons, and those weapons were available in a powder magazine in the community. But the town leaders don't want to turn the weapons over to Arnold, and he will go in and he will threaten them, the town fathers, in a meeting and say, "Turn them over or we will tear the place down to get at the weapons. We must defend American rights." So basically, he intimidated these folks, and they went and opened the powder magazine, and so Arnold's troops were then supplied with muskets, with powder, with ball, the basic accoutrements of a foot soldier at this time, and they marched off to the area of Cambridge, Massachusetts. And that's where forces are assembling by the hundreds and the thousands, up to about 15,000, in the wake of Lexington and Concord.